Okay, here we are, Will, with our walkthrough of Final Fantasy Tactics.
Is this the first walkthrough we've ever done
I
as,
believe,
as a podcast?
at least it's planned to go from the first to the last battle in this game, so it will be, yes, our first entire walkthrough.
Let's do it then.
Let's do it. We both have Final Fantasy Tactics as one of our top 10 games of all time, correct?
Yeah, I have it at number 1. I think you have it at like 2, maybe.
I think I had it at 3 or something like that.
How dare you?
I know, right? Well, Terraria and Final Fantasy VI, I think we're ahead of it.
I'll give you a pass. Both are great.
Terraria is a fantastic game. So what we're going to do is play through the story battles and talk a little bit about the game as we go. Will and I have probably played it enough that we're not going to have too much difficulty. But
Yeah.
we'll try to provide a little inside information and some behind-the-scenes stuff as well.
For sure.
So these are the Hokuten. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right.
Yeah, the pronunciations of things are probably going to be off.
Yeah, this is, I should say, this is the PlayStation version of the game. They recently came out with the iPhone version of the game, which I thought about streaming, and I guess it's not too late. We could switch back and forth between the PSX and the PlayStation version.
Yeah.
Wait, what did I just say?
The iPhone version and the PSX version.
Right, yeah. Because you can use AirPlay to stream the phone version of the game to your computer, and then I could share it with Will through screen share, and we could do it that way.
Really?
Yes.
That's cool. Alright.
This is the very first battle of the game. If you fail at this battle, you probably shouldn't play the game. I'm not sure you can fail at it, to be honest with you.
I think you can, actually.
Well, I was going to say we're about to find out, but
Probably not. I think for you to fail, Ramza has to kill Agrias and Gafgarian.
gotcha.
So if you're into betrayal, that's what you gotta do.
So right off the bat, one thing that really stands out in this game is the soundtrack.
It's awesome.
The battle music's really good, and right before you actually get into the game, there's a little cinematic, and that has a really good song to it. So these dudes down here are trying to kidnap the princess. And it just so happens the Hokuten Knights, who are mercenaries, Gafgarion, your character, who we just named Ramza, and Rad the Squire, are the Hokuten.
Yep. Have I done a yearly playthrough of this game yet?
I don't know, but this is going to be mine. Well, yeah, you played it last year, I know, right? On the iPhone?
Actually, I think I beat it very early this year.
Oh, okay.
Because I think I beat it on the Vita.
Gotcha. They also changed in the iOS version of the game that came out last year or 2 years ago. I think it was last year. They changed a lot of the dialogue and stuff and fixed a lot of the problems in this version. But I like this version. It has that charm, bad localization charm.
I was just gonna say that.
Like the first Dark Souls, kind of.
So the only character you control in this battle is Ramza, right, Corey?
Correct.
There's no throw stone?
Not yet.
Man.
Cheer up. Raise brave level by encouraging.
So encouraging.
I will encourage my lady. So brave, the attribute brave, just increases your attack damage. Another thing about Final Fantasy Tactics early on is something I like in games is they sort of dangle that carrot on a stick to you by showing you like some really powerful characters in Agrias, the Lady in Blue, and Gafgarion.
The soldier in brown.
Yes. So you see, like, oh man, it'd be cool to have those abilities because all my guy can do is cheer people up and
Basic attack.
basic attack.
Yeah, the cool thing about the remake of the game is that you can actually get the class that Gafgarian is. But you cannot get it in this version.
You can do that in the iOS version?
Yeah, you can make a Dark Knight.
I did not know that.
That and an Onion Knight.
What's an Onion Knight?
I think the character is more powerful the more classes you master.
Oh. The correct answer, Will, is that it's Renly's right-hand man.
Renly's right-hand man.
It's Game of Thrones.
Oh, that's why I didn't know the reference. The problem, though, with the iOS version is the animations of the attacks.
What, they get rid of them?
Slowed them down.
Bummer.
So you know that attack Afghanian just did?
Yeah.
It takes like 10 more seconds.
Ugh.
It's brutal.
That sounds awful. I remember, was it Final Fantasy VII that had the really long animations for the materia?
Yep,
and you
it
get to
was.
a point where you just turn them off after a while. They're cool, like, the first couple times.
But once you're, like, at the end of the game and you're trying to beat it, it's just, ugh.
Should we assume most people that are watching this have played the game before? Maybe not.
This is a good point. I was wondering if we should explain any of that.
Some of the mechanics as we go. This is kind of a bad battle for that because, like you said, you only control one character in this one. It is just a little intro. There's no tutorial though.
No, there really isn't.
I think, well, there is on the main menu, but they don't. When you start the game, they just assume you know what to do, which I like.
Yeah, instead of having to play an 8-hour tutorial.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's sort of like a board game. You move characters to the different squares on the map, and then you either attack or, you can heal your team and stuff like that.
Yeah, it is very. It's JRPG on a chessboard.
Yep. I wish I could hear the music.
Do you? Yeah, that's another thing. Since we're doing screen share, Will can't hear the music. I wonder if I could have it play through to you somehow. I don't know, because I'm gonna have to go. I'm sure there's a way you can do it. That's another thing. We're kind of working out the kinks in this whole thing, trying to play a game together through the internet.
Yep.
It's not something we've done before. Only when we're playing multiplayer games. So it's a learning process, but we hope it improves the more we do it. And
it will.
Discover some software stuff along the way to make it easier, but right now it's just Skype screen share and OBS streaming. And this is actually an emulator, or a ROM I should say, but I do own, don't worry, I do own Final Fantasy Tactics. It's not. This is legal.
On multiple different things, probably.
Yeah, I still have the disc.
There you go.
And I have it on iOS, but I thought about getting a controller to play it on iOS.
That would be kind of cool, because on the iOS, it's kind of hard to play.
Yep.
Because you want to tap on one spot, and then you just don't go to that spot. There's the princess.
Swear words. I remember that was a big deal back when this game first came out.
I remember very early when I was playing this game at like age, I don't know, 4 maybe, our uncle reading the dialogue to me a little bit. Because I wasn't proficient in reading yet.
Adorable. So this is a good little character bit right here. This character is sort of a big deal. And if you know who he is, then you know what I'm referring to. But this line here, tough, don't blame us, blame yourself or God. It's like I said, the translation is a little bit sloppy, but there are some really good lines in the game. And I think overall the writing's pretty good. I know people are mostly critical, but
I mean, I think this is one of the better stories of a Final Fantasy game in general, too.
Yeah, definitely.
It's very dark and not happy at all.
No, no, sir. So that was our little little tutorial battle there. So I think, Will, the way we'll do this, I should have said this before we started recording, but we'll play, the battle will start the video. That way if people don't care about the little story and menu stuff in between, they can just skip to the next video after they're done watching the battle.
I like that.
So go ahead.
So basically you're going to play up until the next battle and then end it.
Yes, for part 1.
Alright.
And part 2...
I like it.
will be out on Friday?
Yeah. Wait. When? Oh, okay. This will go up on
Today.
Today.
Yes. And then I believe Dan and Eric are doing something tomorrow, and the podcast, which is on Destiny the Taken King, is Thursday. Of course, if you're listening to this in the future, none of this matters, but...
Yeah. Which I've actually was playing a little bit of Destiny before we started.
You were? The Taken King?
Since I had to restart all my characters, I am at the very beginning of the game. But it's alright, because I don't remember what I was doing.
So I think the story bits here are that there was a war. It's winding down or finished?
Yep.
Finished.
I think it's almost finished.
But there's still a lot of aggression on many different sides, and all these people are poor and hungry. And you are in this military academy for... which side is it?
You're on the
Larg?
side... Yeah, Duke Larg and your brothers.
Yes.
Who will be introduced shortly. Which, I don't remember... Is that the Northern Sky Lion thing? Oh, man. I'm rusty.
I can't remember which is which. We'll brush up as we go, and we'll be a little bit better next time.
Yeah, we will get better.
So here's the reference to the Death Corps, or Death Corps, which is the ragtag, kind of like Robin Hood people, but they're pretty much just stealing for themselves because they don't have anything.
It's led by Wegriff, right?
I believe.
And they kidnap... Well, we'll get there. I don't want to go spoiling it.
Did I misspeak when I said the Hokuten were mercenaries? They're mercenaries, right?
You might have misspoke because they're talking. Are these the Hokuten right now?
Yeah.
Then that are attacking.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, then they're mercenaries.
No. This guy right here that's running the cadets is the Hokuten.
Oh, okay. Then Gafgari and Rad and Ramza were just sellswords at that point.
Gotcha.
Which, that scene was at a later point than this.
Right.
You'll find out what happens in Chapter 2.
A gang of tortured thieves is trying to sneak into this town. You want to do the voices, Will? We can go back and forth.
I mean, I can try and read.
No, it's okay. So we'll save right here. Uh-oh. Well, that's what happens when you play on an emulator.
Just checking your memory card repeatedly.
Well, I guess it's a good spot to end video 1.
Yeah. We'll figure this one out.
All right.